are set for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in the heart of Texas at sold-out NRG Stadium in Houston. Straight ahead, it's Wildcard weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the New England Patriots and the Houston Texans. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway.
Cameron Batson now from his end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now Watson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. A handoff, Lindsay running left. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Watson on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. After the run, Watson going to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early. And through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10. This is Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
On second down, this is Harris. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. Now Jones. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. That one goes for 24 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down.
He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown.
Jonnu Smith there to make the grab.
And the Patriots will strike first here, this wild card matchup.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Patriots 7, Texans nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Second and 10.
Here's Watson. He's going to go deep for Beasley. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Watson. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First down, New England.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run with Harris. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility is upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
On second down, it's Harris, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He's going to field this at the 4. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now a carry for Lindsey. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
I got him, back to mine. I got him.
Watson on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Lindsey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. On the left side, he finds Beasley. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And his kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the side.
Down the numbers. There he goes. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Texans 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Cameron Batson now from his down the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. He's letting it fly for Cooks.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Devin McCourty picks it off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
They go play action here on first down. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Back to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's Jones from the gun on third down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That one good for 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And this one caught by Beasley. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Here's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And out of bounds right around the 20. 7 yards, the pickup there. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
On 2nd and 9, Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And what a great call defensively there, because they decided to bring pressure off the corner. And a lot of times, those big linemen, they can't account for the speed of a defensive back. And that time, he made a beeline right for the quarterback and got it. The cat blitz, tough to defend.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the 2nd half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this 2nd half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Faking the give. Now Watson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Lindsey. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Brings up 2nd and
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Out to his left. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Jones throw complete there to Smith. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. It'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On second and very short, Watson. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Watson now on second down. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Watson. Flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Watson looks to throw again. And this will be swung out for Lindsey. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the 50, it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jordan. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
The Patriots' 24-yard line.
Watson off play action. A little check down to Lindsey. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
It's 4th down.
And this one is right through. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this, a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game.
But this one far from over as they start out here first down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
New England on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jones. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
On first down, it's Watson. They'll find Lindsey here. Room here to run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw, Watson. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Watson. And he's got Dorsett complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. For the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
And 6 yards to go.
So third down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Watson now to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
To throw, Watson.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy, and they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Jones.
Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Christian Kirksey in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Jones. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Jones.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff to Ingram. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before